Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 7, and it reads, "A wake will sword against my shepherd and against the man that is my fellow, said the Most High of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. And I will turn my hand upon the little ones." Verse 8 is the point. "And it shall come to pass that all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." Kohalo Yahweh, Ba'ashima Mashiach Yahushai, Waharu Kakadash. Double honors to mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing the truth and humbleness and sincerity. Again, I'm going to say shalom. It's Brother Yahweh coming at you on another video. And fam, you have to consider what's going on in the world news. Okay, I'm gonna share some notable channels to follow in the heat of this global conflict. Okay, check this out. Okay, you already have the prophets bringing out everything that's happening by way of the scriptures. Okay, by way of this oracle. Many camps, congregations warning about the times that we're coming into. I've always put out there to follow, okay, like Scott Ritter, okay, Colonel McGregor, Redacted, and there's another one. It's a notable channel, okay, Slakia. It's called Danny Haifong, and another channel it's called Dialogue Works and Judging Freedom. That's what Judge Naptilano, if I'm saying that right, probably jacked it up. But they're telling you what it is in the United States mainstream media. Okay, they're not coming clean with the public, right, about this war. This war is going out of control, and as you can see, okay, the entire world is turning on America and Israel for this conflict. And if you're in the knowledge of this truth, you have to consider, are we entering into Slakia, the depths of Jacob's trouble? Okay, some brothers coin, Jacob's trouble as the harder times before we are delivered. Okay, that's subjective, but I'm gonna hit y'all with something. Listen to the latest news coming from those channels. Okay, RT is another good one. Al Jazeera. The news you don't want to follow is the mainstream media. Okay, it's pure garbage. It's how you say, fixed narratives. Okay, but if America has lost weapons to the Ukraine conflict, and now they're losing weapons with the Israeli-Hamas-Palestine conflict, how the hell are they gonna fight a war with China or align themselves with NATO? And when you deal with NATO with this conflict, they too has lost Slovakia. They have lost a lot with this conflict. What does this mean for Negroes in America? Y'all think this place gonna last? Especially you so-called children of the diaspora, especially y'all. America's gonna get judged. Let's get some scriptures. I'm gonna end it. I prefer not to be in front of this damn camera lens, but my other computer's down. It's in the shop, and I have to swiftly get it out once it's ready. Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah 30:7 real quick. Okay. And it reads, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now, Jacob's trouble is really dealing with the latter end, okay? Excuse me. Jacob's trouble is dealing with the latter end of our days captives under this racist white supremacist society which we live, right? How deep this is going to get before the coming of the Mashiach, we all going to find out. I'm going to tell y'all this. It's anticipated that either the West or the Israelis going to attack Iran going into this coming election, which is literally 3 weeks from now. I'm going to tell y'all something. If that happens, the Strait of Hormuz is going to get shut down, and it's going to be purged 10.0 throughout every major city worldwide. You got to consider that, right? When you're dealing with Jacob's trouble, the Lord's going to free his people. Of course, in my last upload I posted, I had showed those missiles hitting the Israelis. Now for America, it's going to be like way more sinister than that. The destruction going to come at noonday. So let me see if I get that. Let's get Psalms 91. Because America, I'm telling y'all, and I posted it on my YouTube. I've made this take and I'm gonna hold to it. Babylon the Great not in a position to fire off missiles, okay? And I showed in the videos past. You'll check it. If Russia got stealth nuclear missiles capabilities to hit this place without detection, how they gonna fire back? How the West gonna fire back when it's gonna be too late, right? Now, Psalms 91. And we're going to start at verse 4. I'm going to read up to verse 6. I'm going to start at verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. I'm going to read that again. Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Psalms 91 and verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day. Okay, this arrow, when you reflect, those missiles that went through the Iron Dome defense in the Middle East, that's how America is going to go down. And it's going to be in broad daylight. And it ain't going to be some small scale missiles. Okay, it's going to be ICBM thermonuclear missiles. And it's going to destroy this place just like that. So if you don't have a resume in this truth, okay, and if you're not humble and sincere in this truth, you're not doing this truth and, with a pure heart, this ain't gonna work out. And especially for Israelites in the world hoping on a Democratic or a Republican election, that can't help y'all, man. All the camps, congregations, we've been bringing it out. Okay, the elders, the apostles, the house of David, okay, Marshal Yasha'Allah, all the camps on the corners telling y'all it's about to go down, man. I've been trying to warn y'all, but y'all ain't gonna listen. Only the elect, okay, only the elect's gonna believe this. Let's read on. Psalms 91, and this is the point, verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, okay, nor for the destruction that wasted at noonday. Now it's parabolic and it's a dark saying. That could be literally at noonday. It could be at a Salakia, another time. It could be at sundown. It could be in the heat of a Passover. It could be a lot of things, but the warning sign, most recent, you can't really get around that. Let's get Isaiah 43. It'll be short. Okay. But you have to keep the commandments, and you have to believe you're going to get out of this. So you look at those videos now, like when you check that out, you had trumpets going off, and I've personally been to the Middle East. Now, when I was there, they had those drills where they would blow the trumpet in the event of an attack, but that was the real deal. Yo, check it. Imagine our brothers and sisters, Dimona. They buy a nuclear power plant, and you had those type of missiles going off, coming right at Israel. But that wasn't the trumpet, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Right? The Mashiach Yahushua and the host, they coming. And the Lord tell us there's an account in Acts, there's an account in Peters. Okay? It says through much tribulation enter in the kingdom. And the other account, roughly paraphrasing, Slack is through much tribulation enter in the kingdom, and the other one says scarcely saved or scarcely delivered, something to that effect. So I'm butchering it, but this time is coming. This time is approaching. Okay, Isaiah 43 in verse 1, and it reads, and this is which we have to believe, Slakia. We got to believe this that's of the faith, okay? Because it's going to be scarce, and that scarce time, that much tribulation entering the kingdom, that's really going into when these missiles come in here. And we saw how the Lord showed how that's about to happen. And again, for America, okay, for the elite powers that be that's running this world in wickedness, this is how the Lord going to destroy America. Okay, I mean, this is actually on the right hand side for the Israelites. Isaiah 43 and 1. But now thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers they shall not overflow thee. Okay, that's going into the time of Noah. Okay. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. That's dealing with when the actual trumpet sound and the elect get delivered. Okay, because there's an account, Revelations, I believe that's 11. The Lord's going to beam up His chosen, right? The elect's going to get delivered from these hardships. Let's get that real quick. And if you're not of the elect, you're going to get cut off, because I firmly believe the Lord was showing us how this thing about to go down. And I wouldn't take it for granted. I just wouldn't take it for granted after that type of footage panned out. Here it is right here. This is the point. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Now that's parabolic. Okay, because when the Lord come, we still going to be captives here, right? Quote Exodus 21:16. He that stealeth a man sell them, if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. The children of the diaspora, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Haitians, Northern Kingdom, Mexicans, okay, the 10 tribes, okay, Judah and Israel, okay, the 12 tribes as a whole is going to get saved. That's what's coming. All right, that's what's going to happen. And those that don't believe, those that is caught up in the silliness, you want to be a Babylonian, a Kemet, and all this nonsense. Okay, a Mason, all the stuff the Lord tell us not to be when you read Revelations 18. If you get caught up in this, you don't come out the ways of Babylon the Great, you're going to be wiped out. Okay, you're going to be destroyed. It was only 3+ weeks ago when the missiles was hitting the Middle East. They be back, and I'm telling y'all straight, they coming to America, and it ain't gonna be some regular missiles. It's gonna be them ICBM thermonuclear missiles to bring in the destruction, and to bring in the exodus, to bring in the exodus of the chosen elect 12 tribes of the children of Israel. With that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh, Ba'Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humble and sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. We got next. Shalom, family.